Hi lovelies! Today we're going to be talking about how to stop absorbing negative energy from others. Now this video is for everyone, but it's very important for people who are empaths and who are highly sensitive. It's very easy to actually end up absorbing people's negative energy without realizing it, or even consciously realizing it if you're aware of when you're actually absorbing that negative energy. One of the biggest signs is if you're drained during or after the circumstances you're in. Now, the first thing I'm going to recommend is crystals or necklaces or bracelets that you find as a protection, that symbolizes protection to you. You can wear these before you go anywhere that you think that you could be affected by other people's energies. The three crystals I would like to mention that could be beneficial for you is black obsidian, black tourmaline, and amethyst. Now, amethyst is not so much of a protection bracelet as it is something to help you with any anxiety, with any effects that may be affecting your mood when you're around these people and keeping you calm and more centered. Now, the second thing I love to do is to imagine a ball of light around you. You start it from your heart and you keep expanding it and expanding it and expanding it until it's about 5 meters at least. You can make it as big as you want. And this will help you feel protected and help you feel no energy around you can be allowed into that bubble that could possibly affect you when you're around people who are in a low vibration and in a negative headspace. Now you can do this again when you're with them if you're feeling like, okay, I think this is getting a bit too much. I think I need to just do this bubble again, make sure it's up, make sure it's there still. And this could really help you feel like you have a protection going in and you have that bubble around you so nothing can come into that bubble that could be draining. Now, the third thing is to simply ask. Ask your angels, God, the universe, your spiritual team, your higher self, your ancestors, whatever you believe in. Just ask for help. You can ask simply like this: spiritual team, please help me and protect me when I'm around these people. Please help protect me. Please help me stay protected and not be affected by any lower vibrations or any negative energy that I'm around. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Simply by asking, this is one of the biggest protections you could have. A lot of us don't realize that we simply just have to ask because we all have free will, and our angels, our spirit guides, our ancestors, God, the universe, they're not going to step in if you don't ask because it's your choice, it's your free will. But if you ask, you're giving them permission to actually help you, and then they can actually intervene. And this you can do before you go out, and you can also do during as well if you're feeling like it's too much. Again, you can also ask that when you're around these people, you're in a positive headspace, there's positive things around you, and everything is working out for you and everything is going well for you, and you are able to stay in a high vibration, and ask to help you with this. It's powerful once you do it. I've done this many times and I've seen such an impact when I have. Now, the things you can do afterwards, you're around these people that are in a lower vibration, can be things like cleansing, using sage, using a sage spray, using a sage stick, using a sage incense, whatever it is, or having a shower or having a bath with bath salts that actually have salts that actually help with cleansing. You can use Himalayan salts to actually help with cleansing. And I know there's a lot of other ones out there that you can get as well. This can really help cleanse your energy. I'm sure you, like me, also feel when you get out of the shower that you feel better, that you feel lighter. I know that when it comes to when I have a shower, I just feel like I'm just cleansing off everything and I just feel so much better because water is cleansing. It's not just cleansing your body, it can actually cleanse your energy as well, and that's why you actually feel better afterwards. Wow. Another thing you can do when you get home is to close your eyes and imagine all of the negative energy leaving your body and going to the light. You can imagine it leaving through your crown chakra and all the way up to the light. And just keep imagining it until it's all gone. And that will help you also feel release. The last thing I like to do in this section is to actually call my power back. So call your power back when you get back home after you do the cleansing. And this is important because we can give our power away when we're in lower vibrations and give our energy away in low vibrational situations. So by calling your power back, you're bringing back your energy back to you. And all you have to do is say, you can put your hand on your heart and say, I bring all my power back to me now. And you can imagine it coming to you in a white light, coming down to you into your heart, or even into your sacral chakra where your belly button is. Either one can work. And this can be also really helpful and lift you up. Now, I've already talked about, obviously, the bubble, the light bubble around you. Well, I want you to take this kind of one step further in this section, is also to really have that bubble as a positive and uplifting and feel good bubble full of love, and just embrace all positive feelings. Be in a place where you're so positive going into something that they can't even help but be in a good vibration when you're around them. I've been working on this one myself. It's really just working on being in a very good vibration that they can't help, that it's so magnetic that they can't even help but be in that positive vibration. And yes, if people are in very low vibration, this can irritate them, but do it in ways where it won't, because a lot of the time we can be positive, but it's about helping them and giving them solutions and giving them tools and trying to help them and giving them all of this energy that in the moment they don't really want to hear because they're in that low vibration and they don't know how to deal with that in that particular time, and it won't be as effective. So all you're doing is using up your energy, and that is them then absorbing that energy, and then you're feeling drained. Whereas when you're in a positive state and you're uplifting them, but you're not trying to fix the situation, but you're actually just in a positive mood, making yourself feel happy and thus also making them feel happy, can give such a different energy altogether. And when you fill that bubble up with all of that good energy, energetically people can feel that and they'll feel better when you're coming towards them. Also, when they're talking and they're in a very low vibration and they're leaking out all of this negative energy, and you don't want to absorb it, start thinking about something else. Start focusing on something else when they're talking. And this could be a happy memory. This could be a positive thing happening in your life. Whatever it is that will lift you up, that will keep you positive, this can then affect you not being drained. And this is hard to do, I know, but it can take time and you can develop it over time, and it'll get easier and easier and easier while you're doing this. It's also important when you're there to understand that they don't know how to deal with the negative energy that they have right now, maybe as well as you can. So it's important to show compassion and understanding and love to that. And you can also actually ask to send them unconditional love and healing energy to help them be in a better vibration. Take breaks. It's important to take breaks if you are getting affected by the energy that you're around. I do this a lot to actually be able to have a break and be in my own energy, to be able to center myself back. So it's okay to just go to the bathroom for 5 minutes or go walk outside for a minute or whatever it is. This can help you just center yourself back in, taking a few deep breaths, and even taking deep breaths when you're with them, but taking a few deep breaths before you go back into them and centering yourself and putting yourself back into the right mindset. And you can do this, like I said, when you're with them as well, taking deep breaths. Deep breaths can help release any energies as well. Setting boundaries is also very important. I might have a separate video about this in the future, but setting boundaries when it comes to this is so important. Saying no when you can't and you need to be in a more self-loving energy and you can't actually go to places where people are in a lower vibration. How you are vibrationally is so important. So if you are also not in the greatest vibration, this can be even worse for you. So it's important to set boundaries and say, I don't think I can come today because I have other commitments. And the other commitments are you, taking care of you and making you a priority and making you feel better and in a better headspace. So next time that you can go, or putting a limit on how long you're with that person. There's loads of things you can do to set boundaries to actually help yourself with not absorbing negative energy as much. And if you want a video on boundaries, please comment below and I will get on that next week maybe, or a couple weeks in. Let me know. It can be so easy to want to help and shift someone out of that vibration because you don't want to be absorbing that negative energy. So you want to give them solutions. So you want to give them help. So you want to lift them up and you want to do all of these things. But this can also take a lot of your energy out. Yes, I did say to be positive. It's more for you than for them. So it's important to not fall into the trap of this, because there's a big difference between staying positive for yourself and giving out positive experiences to keep yourself in a positive vibration and in a higher vibration and have more positive energy. But it's also not to say that you need to spend all your energy trying to solve the other person's issues or trying to deal with the other person, because at the end of the day, they're in that vibration for a reason and they're the only ones that can get themselves out of this vibration. So all you're doing is actually draining your energy trying to fix the situation, trying to solve the situation. And yes, at the end it can be for you because you're also actually wanting to stay positive, but that's a lot more energy. And it's more for them than it is for you because you're working so much on trying to shift them, and they're not going to be shifted unless they want to be. The second trap you can fall into, and this is very important for people who are empaths and who are highly sensitive, and that is believing that you're always going to be affected by people who are in a negative energy or in a lower vibration. Believing this can be very disempowering. It can make you feel powerless. You are a powerful creator. You are powerful and you can create your own reality. By giving your power away to others, by giving them that power to say that they are going to affect your energy and you can't shift that, you are giving your power away to them as well as absorbing their negative energy, which is extremely disempowering. So it's important to realize, especially as empaths, to realize you have the power to shift these energies. You have the power to transmute these negative energies. And you can do this, like what I've mentioned before, by changing that negative energy into a positive one, by influencing the energy around you. When you are in a positive energy, when you are in a high vibration, you can transmute the energy around you when you are working on doing this. This is what's empowering. This is what can make you feel powerful. Remember that you have the power. We can set boundaries. We can not spend so much time with people. We can do all of these things. But when you are spending time with these people, that you are absorbing their energy, remember, you don't have to, and you can shift that, and you can protect yourself, and you can transmute the energy around you so that you are in a powerful and loving and compassionate and high vibrational state. Now, trigger warning, this might trigger you, and if it does, it might be true. Might be. Look, it doesn't have to be, but it was a hard pill to swallow for myself, and I had to realize this, and I just want to give you the information, and you can do with it as you please. If it doesn't resonate with you, let it go. It's just about what resonates with you, and it's just important to mention this part because I want you to have all of the information that you can possibly need. So you might also tend to be in a negative energy, or having negative thoughts, or complaining, or whatever that negative energy that you're consuming from other people, you might also have that. Now, it's not to say, because this was in my case, that you are being negative when you're talking to other people, that you're draining other people with what you're talking about. But what I found for myself, and what might be the case for you, is that the negative energy is up here and the negative thoughts are up here. So what I found was maybe why I'm actually attracting all of this negative energy around me is because a lot of it might be actually going on in my head. And when I realized this was a big shift for me, because I realized, okay, I need to work on this. the universe, God, my angels, my spirit team want me to become aware of this, and this is why they're reflecting that to me. We're all mirrors of each other. So what other people's energies are reflecting might be reflecting something that is within you. Because at least for me, I know I can be a perfectionist. So there's been a lot of times where I've been very critical on myself. I've been very hard on myself. And in the past, I've been very negative with myself. The thing to remember is to become aware of this. Become aware of your thoughts. And if you are actually being quite negative with yourself, you might be very positive out in your daily life, or you at least work on being. But if you're negative in your mind, this can affect what you're attracting. The first step is becoming aware of this. And then the second step is looking at belief systems that could be affecting all of these negative thoughts. Belief systems, like I said, like with self-criticism, with doubts, with fears, any of these negative thoughts that you're having that can be associated with limiting beliefs can really identify the issues around all the negativity in your mind. However, you can also have beliefs about absorbing energy as well. I had to work on beliefs with that as well, and believing that I'm more powerful than absorbing other people's energies. It's important to ask yourself why you are getting triggered by the people with the negative energy that you're absorbing. What is triggering you within that? Asking yourself why you are attracting this in your life, and what are the signals you are giving to the universe that is making you attract more of this type of energy around you. Asking yourself if you're an empath, if you have the limiting belief that empaths are meant to absorb these energies because of what you've learned about empaths. Identifying, is there a reason or a limiting belief about being drained? Is there a reason why you want to be drained? Is there a method behind all of this? Going deeper can help you realize these things. The limiting belief that you can have also that I've mentioned before is that if you believe that you're powerless, if this resonates with you, then maybe you want to look into shifting that belief. Also looking at beliefs, limiting beliefs around maybe why you might feel fearful about attracting different, or why you're not attracting different, or limiting beliefs around deserving better, or limiting beliefs that you don't know how to deal with negative energy and allowing people to absorb your energy and not knowing how to deal with that. Hopefully in this video I've helped you with that. If I have, comment below. The most important thing to remember and to look at is how it's serving you and what you're learning from it. Be willing to actually work on these things and go deep. Look for evidence for why you are powerful. Look for evidence for why you know how to deal with negative energy, that you know how to deal with people who are in lower vibrations. Look for evidence in your past. Look for evidence in your present for that, or whatever other beliefs that you come up with. And look for evidence for why you being powerless is not true, or why you not being able to deal with these people are not true, or why you don't deserve better is not true. Coming up with those reasons, at least 3 reasons for each side of the coin, can help you create that new belief, and also affirming then that new belief every day. You will be surprised about the outcome you get once you start working on these things, and once you start doing what I've mentioned, especially the last couple of things I've mentioned, because they are so crucial and they really help me, and I want them to be able to help you as well. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like it, please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already, and share this with anyone who you think that might get use out of it. And remember, you are not alone. I will see you next week, and I hope you're having a lovely day, and I love you lots. Mwah.